Okay, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got quite a nice and easy one. It's only 330 kilograms. Nice. We've got 330 kilograms and about 35 miles to go. I know the area pretty well, and I think I've been to most of the houses before, so it should be a pretty easy day. Just go around this roundabout here. First drop is going to be 10 minutes away, and we're going to a farm. So we'll be recording that one to see what we're getting into. Again, the notes are quite vague, so I'm not too sure what it's going to be like over there. But I've been talking about it in a few of the previous videos about possibly going around the back of Gatwick Airport. I believe that they're actually taking off from the other side today, so if we're lucky they should fly over here. In a little bit around the corner we will be able to see over the fence. So if you just see here, just where that motorcyclist is really, and I hear one going, there you go, there's a BA plane going over there, and over there is the rest of the runway. So I don't know how much you can actually see on the camera, but on a good busy day you can normally see 10 planes at once. It's quite a cool viewing spot, to be honest. We've got 3 more minutes until we're getting to this first farm. It's currently 12:05, we're due at the farm at 12 o'clock, so 5 minutes late to start the day. It's not the worst we've ever had. And typically at the end of this road we turn left, and I'm looking on sat-nav and we're going right. This is new territory for me. I've never been here before. Never ever ever have I gotten right. So let's see, put our indicator on. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got tightening of roads and windy roads, but luckily we're only on here for about a minute. I don't think I need to reverse in. Nothing on the notes said I do, and it looks like there's enough space in there to turn anyway. So let's just keep going round. More cyclists. It's a warm day, so I think we're going to be seeing a lot of cyclists today. So it looks like it's just going to be after these speed limit signs. Let's have a look. Alright, so I just completed the first one on the farm, and it was a bit confusing to find, but we've got a little bridge that we have to cross over, and it's a bit raggedy, or not raggedy, sketchy I think is a better word for it. So let me show you. Just over here, it doesn't look like much of a bridge, but it is, and it just sounds a bit scary when you go over it. It doesn't really feel like it's made for a van, but it's not too bad. Our next drop is 24 minutes away, but it's going to be on the roads that you've seen I think in the previous 2 videos, so I'm probably not going to film until we get to the actual area we're delivering to. Let's come out of this blind junction. There we go. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys when we get to the second house of the day. The next stop is going to be 2 minutes away, but I'm pretty sure I passed it on the way coming to this one, and it didn't look like there was any parking outside the house, so I thought I'll film it and we can work that one out together. So let's keep going around here. Even this is a little bit techie. There we go. And right round here. Okay, so it's just gonna be on the left hand side up there. Okay, I don't know where I'm gonna go, so right, let me work this one out. Okay, I just finished stop number 3. I didn't even film it at all because I literally just had to park in the middle of the road and quickly run them into the house because there was no parking on that road whatsoever. The next drop is 10 minutes away, however their delivery time is not until 2 PM, it's currently 1 o'clock, so I'm going to need to find somewhere to have a quick break before I can deliver that to them. So I'll catch up with you probably in about an hour's time. I might time lapse this drive if it's interesting enough, but I'll see you in a bit. Okay, and we are now, what is the time? It's 2:52. Our next delivery is at 3 o'clock. It's 5 more minutes away. It's been a very nice and easy day today. I've had lots of breaks in between, so I can only presume that my second run today is going to be absolutely 10 times worse. Probably heavier and longer. But I'll make the most of this while it's nice and easy. So we literally just got to go up this hill, down the hill, and then on the right should be our address. Currently like 24 degrees the van is saying, but I feel like it's a little bit hotter than that. But when I read the weather this morning, I was like, alright, fine, I'll put some trousers on. And it was the biggest mistake I think I've ever made because it is really, really hot. I wish I was in the shorts today. Got Pride on the floor. Okay. So at these traffic lights at the bottom of the hill, we're going to be taking a right. It's always a little bit difficult on these ones. It's a little bit tight, but it shouldn't be that bad. It's always a bit difficult on this road because people don't leave space. So we'll wait. Okay, so we should hopefully be able to go through. Is he stopping? Nice. And then we can go around here just to be stopped by the Royal Mail van, but it should be okay. Nice. And then next left down here, it's all very tight and it's school time now, so everything is much harder. There we go. Right, and then we'll wait for him. Right, there we go. And all the roads around here are pretty tight as well. So hopefully we've got parking outside the house, but I doubt it. Around this little mini roundabout. Well, it's kind of a big mini roundabout, but hopefully that cat goes. There we go. And our address should just be somewhere on this road here. Okay, it's all done now for the first run. I think I've barely filmed anything today because it's just been really quite easy and close together. I've got to go back to the warehouse now and pick up another load, so I'll record that one and it'll probably be in this video as well. Alright, so just finished stop number 1. It was a bit difficult to record, so you're joining me basically at the end, and we're going to stop number 2. We have 20 minutes to get there, but it's in Horsham, and I think by now everyone on this channel is very familiar with the roads to get there, so I don't know if I'm going to record them, as I think they've been in the last 3 videos or something. If it's interesting, obviously I'll record, but we'll wait and see, I guess. But just coming out of here on the left, a bit tight, so I might need to take two lanes. Okay, after this van, and then it's clear. Right, so take both sides, and there we go. Honestly, I probably didn't need to, but it's better safe than sorry, because I don't know if you guys can see, but there was a pram on the left, so you don't want to obviously go onto the pavement and hit them. So we'll just continue down here 20 more minutes and catch up with you in a bit. So we're just about 3 minutes away from the address now. This should look very familiar to you guys if you've been watching the previous videos. I think I've been here pretty much for the past 3 days. I've been delivering around this area. I think we've got maybe 4 or 5 drops in this area before we move on. So I'll film them, but I think they're all pretty close to each other. And you've pretty much seen everywhere around here anyway, so I'll keep it as new and as fresh and exciting as I can. We got to turn right into this road here. I'm hoping that one of them lets me go, or I can go in front of that lorry, but I don't think that's gonna happen. No. I mean, I could have, but it's not worth it, is it? Hopefully one of these lot let me go, but we'll see, won't we? Oh, that's my gap there now. So we'll go in there. So yeah, all of this should look very familiar. Literally 1 minute. So I think again it's the tight roads we're delivering down. The last time I had to come down here, I literally just had to stop in the middle because there was nowhere to park. And I'm thinking today's probably going to be the same. Let's see. So I think we were delivering down one of these roads last time, either that one or this one, maybe even both of them. So the one we want is going to be not the next right, but the right after. Make sure there's no one else coming out where he did. And then, so yeah, next right down here. To be fair, it immediately already looks a bit bigger than the other ones. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room. We'll go in here because, well, why not? Be nice today, innit? And then I'm gonna go make the next left, and somewhere on this road should be our customer. Doesn't look too bad, but I might have to park on the wrong side, so let me have a look. All right, I just finished stop number 2, and it's an absolute nightmare. They were missing a whole tray of ambient, so I've just had to go through and find out everything they're missing, which has delayed me like 10-15 minutes. So I'm still on time, should get to the next one for 6:30, and I'm due at 6:35. I'll just keep trying filming, but it's a bit nightmarish, I can't lie. All right, next stop is stop number 4. I'm gonna time lapse it, 6-minute drive away. And they've got 2 in that same area, so I might film the second one or the offloading, I'm not too sure yet. We've got 2 more minutes until the next drop. This, like, the time lapse should have looked very familiar to most of you if you've watched the previous videos. It's really weird though, because I don't normally deliver to the same places this frequently, but I guess today is a different day. I don't know if I'm meant to be in this lane or the next one. What does that say? Superstore? Right, I don't want the superstore, but maybe I do, so I'm just gonna hold back a little bit because this roundabout is always a little bit difficult, you see. Yeah, I do want this road actually. Here you go, that's the one I want. So there we are. It's always a bit of a confusing roundabout. We've got Tesco's in front of us. Let's see, are they going the same place as us or are they going back to the warehouse? I should be able to tell from where they turn. Oh, they're going the same way as us. Cool. So we'll just follow them around the corner here. We got 30 miles an hour speed limit. Not too bad. And at least now I know, with him in front, if he can fit, I can fit. And it makes driving a lot easier. Right, I thought it was the next left, but it's actually going to be the left after on the roundabout. Got 2, who's reversing on the roundabout? That's crazy. 2 drops on this next road. So let me just go around here. Motorbike's doing its own thing. I'm going this way. 20 miles an hour around here. Thank God, because it's pretty small. All right, and it should just be at the end and then on the left. All right, let's go have a look. All right, you guys are not gonna believe it. I was just doing my order and then I just got caught by someone and they were like, oh, can you help me move a sofa? And I've just been trying for 10 minutes to try and get the sofa out of their house and it didn't work in the end, so they're gonna have to take it apart. But you just do the most random things in this job. All right, the next drop is 12 minutes away. I'll record it if it's anything interesting. If not, I'll see you after the drop. Right, I'm just driving round to the next drop, got 6 more minutes to go, and I couldn't help but notice, I don't know if you can see, but the car in front of me has clearly forgotten that their wing mirror is in, and I find it absolutely crazy that drivers can actually drive like that. I'm not going to judge, but I'm guessing they are an older driver, as they're typically not the best ones at remembering. But it's just crazy that their insurance is probably half the price of mine, and who's more likely to cause an accident? I think I have my answer. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it, I'm sure you can, but how do you forget that? I feel like I'm checking my mirrors every 2-3 minutes. Nah, quicker than that, more often than that. So I don't really know how they do it. It's crazy. But if you can see where we are again, you know where we are. It's familiar roads, all the tiny roads are off to the left. But we're not delivering round here anymore. We've got like 5 minutes away, and it kind of, I think it might be a new build property, I don't really know. Not been to this one before. And we're also driving really slow, but they're hopefully going to get out of my way in a second. There we go. And we can continue. And I've been looking up at the clouds as well, and then it started off as a really nice blue day today, and it's starting to get a little bit grey, so I'm just hoping that there's going to be no rain, because I'm not really feeling like getting wet today. And it's also somehow got hotter the later on in the day it's got. So like when I was doing my 2-3 p.m. deliveries, it was about 23-24 degrees, and now it's reading 25, and I can feel it because I'm absolutely boiling, but I don't know how it's getting hotter. Alright, just coming into a 40 miles per hour road now, which is nice, get some air in the van. Close my window up a little bit. Right, so we're going up to 50 miles per hour now, windy roads, and we've got to be on the lookout for deers. I've come across deers running out on me a few times, probably maybe 3 or 4 times in total. I've also had sheep run out in front of me. Birds obviously, but they normally fly away by the time I get to them. And I might actually put my lights on as well. I didn't think I would need it, but it's quite dark under these trees. So we just continue going round. Build up a little bit more speed because we're only going about 43. Got a bus coming the other way, but there's plenty of room on this road today. Okay, and I think we've got a Sainsbury's coming up across on the other side. Will they wave? Will they wave? Let's see. They did. I think that's the second time I've seen that driver. We normally always do the same sort of routes. So we're gonna go here where it's unsuitable for HGVs but suitable for me. And up here. Watch out for them. So it's going to be left and left, and then we are going to be on the road we need. Is it clear? It is. Lovely. And then left down into here, which looks a little bit tight, but nothing too bad. And then around this car, around here. Okay, and it might be a reversing situation, so let me have a look. Okay, so my Google Maps thinks it's down to the left there. The Tesco sat-nav thinks it's straight down there. Typically my phone is more right, but this does look a little bit wrong today. I'm gonna chance it. Normally I would walk down there as well, and I really feel like I might have to. Definitely gonna regret my decision here, I think. Right, I'm just gonna park into this left bit here and we can go and take a walk down to have a look, because this does look a little bit tight, doesn't it? I don't really feel like it's gonna be down here. Because typically if they're down these sort of roads, it says on the instructions. Because the last thing I want to do is drive down here, it's a dead end, and then have to reverse all the way back down. Right, yeah, this doesn't look very right, does it? Site entrance. Yeah, no way. Okay, right, well that solves that question. So, for once, my sat-nav was wrong. That is very, very, very rare. Alright, I'll catch up with you when I get back to the van and I'll show you turning around. Okay, I've come to the conclusion that it's too small to turn around. So, we're just going to reverse it. It shouldn't be too bad until we come across those cars that were on the way in. But, as long as I just keep following the road, it actually should just be pretty easy, to be honest. Just keep it to the far right as possible. There you go. Now we've got to go a bit slower here to make sure that there's no one coming around. Okay. Lovely, and then we can continue. So I'm gonna say it's not the next left, maybe the one after. Right, let's have a look. So we're going on to now, I believe, stop number 7, and it's to a farm. The delivery notes say steep drive up a hill, cool if you get lost. So I'm gonna presume it's gonna be quite a difficult one, so I'm gonna time-lapse my way there and then hopefully film it, but the GoPro is about to die, so I'm not too sure what we can do. Alright, so I don't know if you saw, but basically there was a 6'6" wide width restriction. So my initial journey was meant to take me 6 minutes, and due to that restriction it's now going to take 15, which is an absolute nightmare. So, well, what can we do really? Nothing. To be honest, it just seems to be getting smaller, so I'm not really sure what to do here. Alright, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Alright, we are 3 minutes away. I've just turned onto the road. It's 6'6" width restriction, but with access, so we can come down here. I mean, I didn't really have much choice anyway, because this is the only way to the house slash farm. It's quite tight. I'm trying to work out if I've been here before, because, I mean, to be honest, all of these roads look very, very similar. So it's a bit hard to know which ones I've been down and which ones I haven't. I've really just got to keep my attention onto everything, because cars will come flying. It's a 50 miles per hour road, so cars come flying around the corners, expecting no one to be there, and then boom, it's me. Alright, I've seen someone come, so I think if I go in here, I should be able to fit them in there. Oh, okay, you're gonna let me go in there? Alright. Oh, you're going in there, cool. Yeah, you really have to just think for everyone, to be honest, because they don't think themselves. Right, this is getting a bit tight again. Let's really just creep around these corners. I feel like I'm always getting these crazy country lane roads that are just about big enough to fit the van. I don't know what I've done to deserve this, because this is stressful, man. And like a bit earlier, the road I was on just before this was even smaller than this, and I wish I recorded it, but I was genuinely just concentrating so much I couldn't even pull out the camera. And we got some mega mansions around here. Look at that, that's crazy. They got 2 entrances to their house. Let's go. We're doing 25 miles per hour on a 50, so I think that's pretty sensible if you ask me. My foot is literally just hovering over the brake the whole time. Alright, so apparently it's just behind these bushes on the left. Let me try and find it. Okay, I finally found it. We were looking for a horse box, which is not your typical delivery address. But it's pretty crazy around here, I'm not gonna lie. The next drop is 10 minutes away. I just need to get out of here, that's fine. Okay, and then we're going to be making a right, so back down here. Hopefully it stays clear. Let's see. Alright, that was drop number 8. Need to load these back into the van, and then we've got one more. Alright, let's quickly go and do the last drop, 9 out of 9. A bit tight out of here, to be honest. And they've put cones on the corners so people don't go on them, obviously. However, the issue with that is the roads aren't big enough anyway, so it's kind of a problem. I managed to do it going into the road, but going out looks a little bit closer, doesn't it? If I just keep the full lock on, I'm gonna... It's either you hit the car or the cone, isn't it? I think it should be okay. Well, I've hit the cone there. Alright, let me move this a little bit. I might as well check the front as well while I'm out. See how much space I got. Ah yeah, more than enough. So, next car that I'm actually worried about is the blue one, but I shouldn't hit that one. I just keep going straight like that. And literal millimeters. Oh, they're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait there, yeah. Sorry. Alright, and now we're gonna have to reverse back, because I ain't got the angle. Can you guys see why I love Crawley? Alright, and we're back out of there. Right. So, that was meant to take us 1 minute in total, this journey. Just impossible. Alright, shouldn't be anyone coming that way. I'm just gonna go and see. There we go. So literally, yeah, 1 minute, 0.3 miles. Hopefully the road is slightly bigger than that last one I've just done. Probably won't be. Right, so it looks to be just on the right hand side, but I've got to spin it around first, I think. Or let me have a look. Alright, I've come to the conclusion that we're going to spin it around and park on the other side of the road, and we should be able to walk our way into their houses over there. The only thing is if I can actually find somewhere to spin it around, and I'm just going to park it pretty much where that tree is, or just after that tree actually, just before the yellow line. So we're going to whack our hazards on, and literally just about here will do, just before the yellow line. There we go. All right, I'll catch up with you after the delivery. All right, that is all the deliveries done for today. 9 out of 9. Just got to go back to the warehouse and drop the van off. All right, I'm back at the warehouse now, so that's the day done. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for the next video.